Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Ryan Miller checking in for GST's Your Question, My Answer, episode 73. Today, Lucy and I go over the reasons that you need to incorporate multiple rep ranges in your growth-focused and strength-focused training. Multiple rep ranges are something that I have always included in my GST programming. At its core, GST programming rotates between low reps, medium reps, and high reps on an equal basis. So for every low rep week, there's a medium rep week, and there's a high rep week. It's a 1-to-1-to-1 ratio. As I've talked about in past videos, these ratios can be altered and changed, but I want to just point out that foundational GST programming places an equal importance on each rep range, that low rep, medium rep, and high rep work. And I do this with really good reason. I do this for the fact that each rep range activates different muscle fiber types. Now there's crossover between some rep ranges activating multiple types, but the goal here is to activate all of your different muscle fiber types. And that is one of the main reasons why I've always deemed it so important to train in multiple rep ranges. People that get stuck on training in just low reps or just medium reps or just high reps, they really miss out on key benefits that actually would help them towards their goals, whether it's strength, size, fat loss, or combinations of each one of those goals. Multiple rep ranges should be used for every single one of those goals. And I just want to lay out a real simple layman's type explanation on why it's important to use multiple rep ranges and activate all of the different muscle fiber types in your body. So let's just look at this from a growth standpoint, because a lot of us are really concerned with just trying to get bigger. We're trying to grow. We're trying to get that muscular, athletic, bodybuilding type look. And this goes for males and females. And since so many people want to learn how to grow, this example is focused on the importance of multiple rep ranges and hitting multiple fiber types for growth. So I want you to picture 3 water balloons, okay? Now let's just say that these 3 water balloons represent 3 different muscle fiber types. And then you have a larger bag that these 3 water balloons are inside. So they're inside of this bag. And this bag actually represents a muscle's fascia. So every muscle in your body is surrounded by a fascia, which is essentially a protective bag around those muscle fibers. And so let's just say that you train in a rep range that hits one of those muscle fiber types inside that bag or inside that fascia. So we're going to fill up a water balloon with a little bit of water. So what happens is that fascia, that muscle, those muscle fibers have grown, and that's just going to signify muscle growth, okay? Now it's great that you grew in one area. It's great that you grew one fiber type. But is that bag, is that fascia, is that muscle inside the fascia going to grow to its full potential if you're only adding water to one balloon or one fiber type? And the answer obviously is no. You're never going to get that full growth potential if you don't add water to all 3 balloons representing, in this case, 3 different muscle fiber types. And so what you need to do is you need to realize that if you only train using one method of training, one type of training, say low rep training with heavy weight, you're only going to be focusing on one primary muscle fiber type and growing one primary muscle fiber type. Now, if maximal growth is the key to reaching your goal, why would you do that? Why would you focus on just one fiber type? And a lot of people do this without knowing. They say, if I can get stronger, I'm going to get bigger, and so I'm just going to train low reps, and that's it. Because eventually I'll get stronger, all of my muscles will get bigger, and that's true, but they're not going to get maximally bigger. They're not going to reach their true natural genetic potential through only low rep training. So now you throw in some medium rep training and you're activating more different muscle fiber types. So we add water to another bag in our example. The muscle has gotten bigger. It's grown overall inside that fascia. More different muscle fiber types have grown, and so we have a bigger muscle. We're still not at our maximal size, and this is where we can add in another type of training, and this is going to be high rep training. So high rep training is going to activate another set of muscle fibers, or a different type of muscle fiber. Okay, so now we're adding water to our third balloon. In this example, we have 3 balloons. So once we've done that, we've stimulated and activated all the different muscle fiber types in our example. We've grown all those muscle fiber types, and as a result, we've maximized the growth of our theoretical muscle, which is 3 water balloons inside 1 large bag. Now this is a very simple visual example, which I like to do because there's really not a lot of reason to throw out these huge terms and try to confuse people when you're really just trying to explain a simple concept. And that concept is you're trying to grow as big as possible. So we need to just talk about growth in simple layman's terms. And that's what this video is all about. So I want to go into more detail on fiber types in upcoming episodes. I actually want to just take the next probably 2 or 3 episodes and go into detail on different fiber types. This video was meant to be an intro to the reason why activating and stimulating and growing these different fiber types is very important for people that want to grow muscle. You cannot just focus on one fiber type and expect to be as big as you can possibly be. You have to focus on all those different types, and that is why I've always seen multiple rep ranges as a very important concept in my programming. If you read my GST book, you'll see that the multiple rep range training is all over the place. There is never once do I mention singling out a rep range and using it exclusively. I don't even mention singling out 2 rep ranges and using them exclusively. It's always been 3 rep ranges and everything in between. So what I want you to do is consider adding multiple rep ranges into your training, low, medium, and high reps. Consider adding those into your training because they are going to help you grow as much as possible. So I look forward to the next couple of videos where I don't just vaguely talk about fiber types. I actually get into the details of the different muscle fiber types and what range of reps actually does the best at activating each fiber type. Lucy was sleeping, but Lucy and I would like to thank you for watching, and as always, we appreciate the views.